NBA is back, baby, and boy, are the lines already moving like crazy. Even as I've been researching these picks, some of the lines have already moved. So make sure you smash in these winners real quickly. Let's dive into these best bets. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Yesterday, 1-1 day on the channel. Dayton, they let us down, man. They had the lead in the second half, but George Mason pulled away with it. Tough loss there on the Dayton Flyers. I was not expecting that upset, but it happened. But we did cash in on moneyline parlays. That's like 2 or 3 straight moneyline parlays that we've cashed in. Love to see it. USF handled business on the road, and then New Mexico handled business at home. I was worried about them covering, and I was absolutely right. They did pick up the win, but they didn't cover. So 1-1 on the day. You can see our year-to-date record right here. Still crushing in college basketball. And look at that NBA record, 64-45 in the NBA. And guess what we're going with today? 3 NBA picks because we're back from the All-Star break. I'm going to have some college basketball picks, but you got to get those inside the Discord group. So if you're trying to join that free group, click the link in the description, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel so this way you can stay up to date on all the latest picks and plays. I think I might do a little training tonight inside the Discord group. So if you want a little bit of betting education, some bankroll management, some classes, click that link, join that free Discord group because I'm thinking about doing a class tonight. But let's dive into these NBA best bets. For my first best bet of the day, we are going to go, like I said, to the NBA slate. We got the Sixers and the Knicks. I'm going to go with the player prop. I bet you guys can assume who I'm going to go with. It's a guy that I've mentioned a few times on the channel, but I took his counterpart and not him, and that's where I really made the mistake. I took Kelly Oubre a few times last week or the past few weeks, and it cashed in for us, and it missed a few times. But this guy, he's been cashing in consistently since he got traded to the 76ers. So we're going with the no-doubt guy, Buddy Hield. Over 16.5 points. You can play 17.5 as I'm seeing that on certain books, but if you can get that 16.5 at -120 odds there on DraftKings, I really love this look for Buddy Hield today because yes, they are playing a Knicks team that does have a stifling defense, so you do have to worry about that. They don't give up a ton of points to point guard. They're actually top 5 in the NBA in terms of least points allowed to point guards, so I think the Knicks are really going to lock in on Tyrese Maxey and say other guys are going to beat us because we know Josh Hart will probably play some time on Tyrese Maxey. They've got the guards there. But I think that's going to put DiVincenzo on Buddy Hield. So we're going to have like 2 3-point shooters going at it, and I really like Buddy Hield to be able to get the shots up because since he's came to Philly, the volume has absolutely been there. I mean, it was like he was getting squeezed out a little bit in Indiana. So I feel like this has been a resurgence for him, and especially with Joel Embiid out, the Sixers need the scoring. Tyrese Maxey hasn't been able to score every single game. He's just not at that point yet. Like, he'll give you 50 points, he'll give you 30 points, but is he going over his line of like 28, 29.5 every single game? No, he's not. So that means the role players have to step up, and I think this is a perfect situation for Buddy Hield because he's getting a lot of 3-point shots up and he's getting a ton of attempts as well. Since he was traded from the Pacers to the 76ers, he's played 4 games. Look at the game log: 20 points, 23 points, 24 points, 22 points. So he's gone over this total in all 4 games, and he's played some decent defensive teams in the Cavs and the Heat as well. So it's not like he was just playing bottom of the barrel defensive teams as well. And then when you look at the volume, 8 of 15 in that game against Miami, 9 of 13 in that game against Cleveland, 9 of 16 in the game against Washington, 8 of 21 in the game against Atlanta. That's all the 4 games that he's played since he's been with the Sixers, and he's also shot at least 8 3-pointers in every single one of those games. So we have to just get 16.5 points, and you're shooting the ball 8 times from the 3-point line. You hit 4 of those, bro. That's 12 points right there, and then a few layups, a few putbacks, or maybe a mid-range J here and there. We're easily getting over this total today. I understand it's a rivalry game. Buddy Hield has struggled against the Knicks this year. He's played them twice, but the volume hasn't been there, and neither were the minutes there. This was kind of the time that his name was floating around with trade rumors, and he was kind of being separated from the Pacers team. He was playing some games, he wasn't playing some games, he was coming off the bench certain games. That does a lot to somebody's confidence. But you know what can really get your confidence boosted? When you're on a team that has trust in you and that allows you to shoot the ball at will, which he has been doing. Nick Nurse loves to stretch the floor with these 3-point shooters. So for me, I think Buddy Hield should be able to get the touches today. It is a low total considering we have a low total in the game, and those Sixers and Knicks matchups are always more of a defensive battle. But if the Knicks are going to take away Tyrese Maxey, which I expect them to do, the question is who else is going to score. So I think it's going to fall on Buddy Hield today to get these points. 16.5 points is not too much to ask. 17.5 is playable, like I mentioned. But if you want to be able to shop around, make sure you do that, or maybe just tease it down and put in a 2-team steam. Not opposed to that either. But Buddy Hield over 16.5 points is our first best bet of the day. Now for our second best bet of the day, we're going to go with another player prop, and it's probably a guy that you might not be expecting me to call out because I haven't really featured him too much on this channel, and I really haven't featured his team too much on the channel because his team's absolutely god awful. But it's okay. I really like the situation and the angle that we're getting here today. And we're going to go with Jaden Ivey over 17.5 points. This line already moved because it opened up at 16.5, but it's okay because I like the 17.5 minus 115 odds. Now let's talk about Jaden Ivey a little bit and this Pistons team. They are playing the Pacers. Pacers play no defense. You guys know that. They're featured on this channel several times because of that. They're bottom 3 in the NBA in terms of most points allowed per game. So I'm expecting a lot of offense from both of these teams. But also, since the Pistons made a few trades during the trade block or during the trade deadline, they also got rid of Killian Hayes, right? Because of those moves, it's now allowed Jaden Ivey to get more touches, to get more volume, to get more minutes, to get more acclimated to the offense. And I think because of that, he should be able to get the attempts today against a very weak Pacers team. Excluding the game before the break where he only played 15 minutes, he's logged 16, 21, 21, and 23 field goal attempts. So the volume has been there, and that's really due to the fact of the trade moves. I like this volume continue to go further. But then also keep in mind that this game is in Indiana, where the Pacers do like to play faster, where they like to push the pace a lot, which I think is going to cause us to have an up and down, helter-skelter tempo worth of game. But Jaden Ivey also is from Indiana. He's from South Bend, Indiana. He's a graduate. Well, he didn't graduate, but he went to Purdue University, right? And he always likes to play well for his hometown team, for his hometown state. In 4 career games against the Pacers, he's had 18 points, 25 points, 29 points, and 17 points. So gone over 3 in the 4 games and hooked 1 time. That's what I love to see. But then did you guys watch All-Star Weekend? Did you watch that Rising Stars Challenge game? Did you see when Benedict Mathurin kind of went at Jaden Ivey talking a little bit of smack there? Jaden Ivey didn't really rebuttal. He said, "What'd you say? What'd you say?" He didn't really do too much, but I bet he was keeping that in his back pocket for a game like today. These two guys, Benedict Mathurin and Jaden Ivey, have had a little rivalry going ever since the 2002 draft when these two guys were picked back-to-back, pick number 5 and pick number 6. So because of that, I think there's like a little bit of tension here, and I think that Mathurin kind of poked the bear a little bit during All-Star Weekend, and there ain't too much. Maybe it was for show, maybe it was from TV. I'm not going to look into it too deep, but I'm going to look into it in this matchup because it looked like Jaden Ivey kind of questioned, like, bro, like, what are you saying? And I think because of that, Ivey's going to come out today and really try to make a statement. The game is in his hometown, like I said, in front of friends and family that should be in attendance. And I think a lot of people saw that trash talking, and I like Ivey today to kind of back that up. So it's kind of like a situational angle alongside this analytical angle, but I think Jaden Ivey is going to be able to go off today. 17.5 points is not asking too much for a guy who's really kind of stepped up as the second leading scorer for this Pistons team right behind Kane Cunningham. So for me, give me Jaden Ivey over 17.5 points as I expect him to go at Benedict Mathurin and all that trash talk that he put up in the last game. Now for my third and final best bet of the day, you guys probably know where I'm headed. I wanted to do a 2-team steam with you guys, but I ain't going to do it. I'm going to have to go to the team that's made us a lot of money over the last few weeks, that we've been taking in all types of angles on the money line, on the spread, on the total, all that, right? You guys know where I'm going here. I got to go to that Lakers and Warriors matchup, okay? These two teams are squaring off in that late night game, and you're probably saying, no, but you're going to take the Warriors, ain't you? No, I got to go with the over. Over 242.5. And I guarantee you by the time you watch this video, the odds ain't going to be at 120 because even the time when I was researching this game and I was putting out these picks and putting it together, the line opened up at 241. And I'm seeing 244 on certain books now. So you're going to have to pay or you're going to have to shop around. I think 243.5 is kind of where you want to play it at. After that, if it gets like 245 and stuff, just wait till game time. You might be able to get it live at a little cheaper matchup. But the reason why so many people are on the over is because of the trends and the numbers. So let's dive into it, okay? First and foremost, both of these teams, first night of a back-to-back for both of them, okay? So I feel like they're both going to go all out tonight because the Lakers play the Spurs tonight. Not saying that's a gimme, but, I mean, they should win that game, right? And then the Warriors are playing the Hornets in their next game. Not saying it's a gimme, it's the NBA, but they should win that game, right? So both of these teams should really play hard tonight, knowing on the second night to back-to-back, it should get a little bit easier, okay? okay? Now, I'll be honest, handicapping the Lakers this year has been an absolute roller coaster when you're talking about taking the spread. Right now, the line opened up at 4.5. I'm seeing at 6.5 on certain books in terms of favor of the Warriors as the favorites. And the Lakers 27 ATS this year. The Lakers are 27 and 30 ATS this year. But over the last few weeks, they've been doing a little bit better. 5 and 2 ATS over the last 7 and 4 and 1 ATS on the road as a dog. So because of that, right, I'm going to kind of circle back to that. I'd like the Lakers to cover the 6.5 points today. I know LeBron is out with that ankle injury. That's why I believe that the line is moving so much in the direction of the Warriors. But the Warriors at home this year has not been the cash cow that they've been in years past. And if you have been tailing the Warriors at home, or besides the last few weeks, then you might be down a few dollars. But over the last 10 games, the Warriors are 8 and 2 against the spread. But at home, they're 3 and 7 against the spread over the last 10. And then overall this year, they're 7 and 14 against the spread as a favorite. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the Lakers plus the point. You know what? I'm going to give that out as my fourth best bet of the day. Take the Lakers plus 6.5. I'm not locking it in right now. I want to see if the line keeps moving, if money keeps flooding in on the Warriors. But I like the Lakers plus 6.5 tonight. So locked it in as the fourth best bet. It's a little bonus pick for you guys. But the reason why I do like this over, okay, is because of, like I mentioned, let's look at the trend lines. Warriors are 18 and 10 to the over at home. Lakers are 20 and 8 to the over on the road. That's saying enough right there, okay? And then when you look at the last 21 games for the Lakers, let's bring the sample size down a little slower, 18 and 3 to the over the last 21 games. Now, if you look at the head-to-head matchup between these two teams, 5 and 2 to the over the last 7 games. These two teams face off against each other. 7 and 1 to the over the last 8 games that these teams have faced off at Golden State. So I'm just going to ride the trend here, the over trend. The Warriors have been an over team over the last few weeks. The offense is kind of figuring out. Steph Curry's been playing amazing basketball. And I think that the Lakers being on the road take a hit defensively, especially with LeBron James being out in this matchup. And then I know a lot of people, like I said, money's pointing in on the Warriors. It makes sense, no LeBron. But I'm going to take the Lakers plus 6.5. I'm going to see if we can get at plus 7, plus 7.5. More money keeps pouring in because it's already moved 3 points. But I do like the over here. Like I said, 245 is kind of the limit that I'll play. The line is moving crazy on this game. A lot of money is pouring in on this one. 242.5. Take the over. All the trends, all the numbers are saying both of these teams are rested. First night of a back-to-back. They should go hard tonight. Maybe rest the stars and the starters tomorrow. So I think both of these teams should go at it in a late night matchup. So let's go with the Lakers and Warriors over 242.5 as third and final best bet of the day. Lakers plus 6.5 as a bonus fourth pick of the day. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. 3 best bets, well, 4 best bets, and 4 winners that are coming to you on this Thursday slate. 2 player props coming your way. Buddy Hield over 16.5 points. Jaden Ivey over 17.5 points. And then give me the over 242.5 in the Lakers-Warriors game. And then give me the Lakers plus 6.5 or maybe plus 7 if we can get some more value there as the late night picks. Or you might want to take the Warriors on the money line in a 2-team steam. Maybe that was something I was thinking about. But for me, we'll just stick with the total and then the Lakers on the side. Just keep it real simple today. Again, if you want some of my college basketball best bets, because we have a ton of games on today, make sure you click the link in the description, join the free Discord group. Appreciate all the love and support that you guys continue to show on the channel. Share this with somebody who you know is a sports bettor so we can continue to grow. As always, let's get to that cheddar, dictate your fate, and I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Later, gang.